And it's Rollins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Not much time left. You think they have a chance to come back?
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're losing by 8. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
And they need to execute fast out of this break.
Here's Caffey. From outside the arc. And it's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
You can tell the moment the pass left his hands, he knew he messed up. In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
How about the finish there? Rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
Well, we'll see how the other side responds here. They have to come up big.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. The head coach for the Clippers had some instruction for his guys during the break. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. We make a few plays down the stretch, we can steal this thing from them. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And so he hits both.
Hey, a steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a 1-possession game.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game. Now Los Angeles with it.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The ball's knocked loose. And that'll be Miami's ball as it goes out of bounds. Heat able to keep the possession.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
We've got 13 seconds left in the game. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
So he gets them both. And it's a 5-point game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Here's McDaniel. Oh, nails the triple!
He's hitting everything from deep, just flat out torching this defense.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard.
And they've done it! The Miami Heat have won the NBA championship.
Thank you to everyone for coming out and supporting your team.
They go on the road and take care of business, and now the championship is theirs.
To be on the road, to silence the crowd, winning the championship with all of it on the line. What an incredible performance. Hats off to this team.
An incredible moment. You can see it in their faces. Forever known as NBA champions. And you can bet back home the celebration has started. Thanks for being a part of it with us all season long. It's the NBA on 2K Sports.
And now, introducing the world champions. At this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to center court for the awards ceremony. Let's hear it for the NBA champions, your Miami Heat! The head coach of your home team.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting story. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Sally. Bradley is out there with Lee. And there's Duncan. And it's Ramsey in at the shooting guard. And for the Heat. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Guarded by Bradley, and he drives in. For the three. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Ramsey. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Sally. The layup off target. Duncan defending. Count it, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And Stan, it seems like time and again the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories. Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Pass to Ramsey. Picked by Lee. Launches a three. Doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Heat have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
Dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And Bradley gets it to go.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 9.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Good work there as it goes.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Ramsey. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And he's good on the 3-ball. Duncan's got 5 points so far.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Back to Frazier. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Charlotte trails by 4. Here's Bradley. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
His passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
They set the screen. The offensive rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And so it's Charlotte with it after the Heat pick up two. The shot by Ramsey, no good.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And he jams it with authority.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
He with the block, and they'll get another chance. Hits it from three-point range. 16 points for him.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
And the wide-open shot from Duncan. And it's the Hornets another three.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing, and it's a great finish! Oh, my. My goodness, that is how you attack a bigger defender.
Pass to Bradley. Now here's Lee. Here's Sally. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Heat lead by 4. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter, we've got Sally. Knox out there with Woodson. And it's Peterson in at the 3 spot. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Now off the inbound, blocked again. And he dunks it down.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And it's in there. Woodson's got his first basket.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Duncan, he's checked in for Charlotte.
Number 17.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Leonard. It's deflected. Pass to Frazier. Good ball movement here by Miami. Baseline J on the way. And the rejection by Leonard. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Bradley's checked in for Knox. And the Hornets call time here. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
Here's Sally. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Heat have gotten only one of their... From the Raptors, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Miami shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Now at the line, number 25,
Dan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Charlotte making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Duncan scanning the floor. And then Sally with the dunk.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
For Miami, they have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
First team foul.
Pass to Peterson. With the drive, and then Sally with the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Bradley kicks to Duncan. Here's Peterson. He in the posts. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Bradley. 5 points in the game. A 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 6.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Lee against Frazier. Lee passes to Duncan. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Duncan's got it all tied up now for the Hornets. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, look, that's good defensive effort there, but that's just outstanding touch around the rim.
Charlotte making a switch here. Ramsey's checked in. So it's the Hornets now. Lee kicks to Bradley. Fires for 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Duncan outside. Floats one up. This is his second trip to the free throw line. He's off on the first. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from there.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lee finds Duncan. Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Back to Frazier. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Heat up 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Fans, please represent the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drill line. They're measuring up the shot.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
Give it up for our
You look at the score, it's close, but they're getting bullied. It's bully ball.
And they knew that might be an issue coming in, especially when it comes to rebounding. They just haven't found a way to counter it.
Okay, so now let's talk about that point guard matchup from the first half.
Yeah, they're both smart-driven, extremely talented. They've been putting on a show, man.
Taking control individually and as the leaders of their teams. We are watching greatness.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Duncan. Lee outside.
Miami foul. Number 4. Third personal foul. First team foul.
Duncan outside. Outside Bradley. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Shot's good by Ramsey. Ramsey's got the first basket of the second half here for the Hornets.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
On the floor for Charlotte. Lee out there with Sally. Then there's Duncan. Then there's Bradley. And it's Ramsey in at the 2. Bradley kicks to Duncan. Here he goes. And that one is good. Duncan's got 19 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Lee. The Heat getting the bucket. Here's Sally. 9 points in the game so far. Duncan outside. From outside the arc. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Charlotte calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Here's Ramsey. Duncan kicks to Lee. The 3, that's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Covered by Lee, and that one is hammered home.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And it's Bradley with the ball for Charlotte. Trailing by 2. And there's the drive, and it's blocked. He's got a clear path. Goes up. That is a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Here's Sally, and then Sally with the dunk.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
And the shot goes down. 1:09 left to play in the third. Good ball movement here by the Heat. There's the three. The Hornets pull it in.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Duncan, and the three ball is good. Duncan's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else. And that's his forte. Getting into the danger area now, he's going to have to be a little more cautious down the stretch.
The Hornets have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game, and he makes the first. Knox, he's checked in for the Hornets. Woodson comes in for Duncan, and both free throws good for a lead.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Drills the three-pointer. He's got 10.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
I wonder what the score would be.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Heat lead by 5. And we're coming right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And for Charlotte, Bradley is out there with Oliver. Then there's Duncan, and it's Leonard in at the center position. Chalk up 2 there.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, that's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Well, this is what you're trying to do, put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
No good with the layup. Miami leading by 8. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The Hornets call time. Knox, he's checked in for Oliver. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, during the break, I listened in on what the head coach of the Hornets was getting across in the huddle. I asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance here for the Heat?
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And the Hornets making a change here. Ramsey's checked in. Leonard, no luck.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And the Hornets making a change here.
Substitution for the away team. Seth Lee.
Charlotte trails by 14. Ramsey passes to Duncan. Down low. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Out left to the wing. Good ball movement here by the Heat. This one for three. It's good from long range. And he's got 41.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Lee. They need this, and he lays it up and in.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And the Heat, another three.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're trailing by 17. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. .132 left in the game. That shot, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Heat.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
1:05 left in the fourth quarter of this one. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Peterson. To end the run, he dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow. Miami's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Knox, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Miami with the ball. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Here's Charlotte now. Pass to Goodwin. Left side, Leonard. Over Frazier. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, the defender in position there and with a height advantage. The fade away was really his only choice, but still a tough shot.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game.